If you're new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and also hit the bell as well for new videos every day, every week.
What's going on, all of my fellow Joy-Con boys and girls? This is your boy, Nintendo Logan. We're once again back at it again here with once again another stream for you guys here. So, if you guys are brand new to the channel, definitely make sure you guys click that subscribe button and make sure you guys turn on that notification bell as well, so that you guys will never miss out on the daily content that we have related to Nintendo and Nintendo Switch 2 next time in the near future. So, it will definitely help out the channel as well if you guys will once again click that subscribe button if you guys are brand new to the channel and even to join our amazing community as well. So, yeah, hope everybody's doing good once again. Happy Friday to everybody watching this stream right now. No matter if you're watching this live or if you're watching this later on the replay as well. And let me go and see what's up to some of you who are in chat right here so far. So right now in the chat, we have Internet Super Shadow, and we also have Team Sam. And actually a couple of our Ultra Joy-Con game members actually. What you guys don't know, we have an Ultra Joy-Con game team once again. We got a couple of them right now in the chat actually watching live right now. But yeah. Shout out to everybody else that's coming to the stream right now, even if you're not in the chat right now. And, yeah, as you guys already know, we are once again about to do another live episode of our Friday morning show that we do every single Friday at 9:30 AM Eastern and 6:30 AM Pacific Time, recapping all the latest Nintendo news from the past week, which of course is Nintendo News Roundup, and this is episode 34 of this morning show once again, and I gotta say, we got so much great news topics that we're gonna be pretty much discussing during today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup. So, hope you guys are excited about it once again. And if you guys are, I would definitely hard recommend giving this stream a thumbs up if you guys are looking forward to today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup. And like I said, we'll definitely help out the stream. We'll definitely help out the stream a ton now. Even though a majority of you guys who tell you guys to, hit the like button and whatnot, there's only like 1% of y'all who do that, and the rest of y'all don't even do it, honestly, which, man, if you guys don't, then you all are definitely tripping right there, as always. But also, before we also do get into the rest of the Nintendo News Roundup and actually get started with the show, if you guys are not yet subscribed to any of our other channels yet, all those channel links will be in the description below, as well as on the main page of our YouTube channel. And if you also want to become a member in our amazing Discord community as well, all that info will be in the description below as well. If you want to know how to become a member in our Discord server, if you guys want to join it and want to be a part of our streams, and especially interact with and chat with us even behind the scenes, even when we're not streaming as well, well, that's still highly recommend you guys definitely do join our Discord server if some of you guys have not yet joined it yet. But like I said, if you do not do any of that stuff and do not hit that like button either, as always, Bridge and Visa will come out here and say, what's wrong with you? If you guys do not do any of the following stuff that I just mentioned to you guys just now. But, anyways, I think I should stop rambling, so we can go ahead and get started with all of our news topics for today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup. And like I said, there is a lot of stuff that actually went on this week that, pretty much a lot of great gaming news, Nintendo news that went on this week. Not only for gaming, but just for Nintendo specifically, that has went on this week. And so we're going to be kicking it off with our first news item for Nintendo News Roundup. We have just had a Kirby Air Riders Direct hosted by the one and only Masahiro Sakurai, and I'm going to say my overall thoughts on the game from what we saw from the Kirby Air Riders Direct. The game is absolutely looking amazing now. Even graphically and with the details, it looks phenomenal though. Probably one of the best, if not the best looking Kirby game that we've ever had on any Nintendo system, honestly. This is probably the best looking one by far. But pretty much Masahiro Sakurai came on with a 45-minute Kirby Air Riders Direct and pretty much just talking about the game with like the different features and what we could kind of expect for Kirby Air Riders. And especially, finally, at last, giving us an official release date for this game whenever it does release on the Switch 2, which we're going to read a little bit of the details about what happened during this Kirby Air Riders Direct. And this information is coming from NintendoEverything.com, and this is the information that we have for some of the stuff that was mentioned in this Kirby Air Riders Direct, and especially with the release date, if you guys are wondering when this game is coming out. And so, this is what the article says. Now that the Kirby Air Riders Direct has wrapped up, Nintendo has passed along an official recap announcement. A ton of information was shared in the 45-minute presentation, but thanks to the press release, everything is neatly summarized. Also, this wasn't covered in the presentation, but we now know that Kirby Air Riders is playable at PAX West 2025. Demos will require a Warp Pipe Pass reservation. And once you have all the official details of some of the stuff to expect for Kirby Air Riders, which we're not really going to go over every single piece of detail because there was a lot of stuff they talked about in this direct. But the article continues. In the recent Kirby Air Riders Direct presentation, game director Masahiro Sakurai himself was on hand to break down new features, returning modes, characters, air ride machines, and more in this frantic vehicle action game coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 system on November 20th. So that is the official release date for Kirby Air Riders on the Switch 2, pretty much November 20th. Which I know so many of us were wondering when this game was going to come out, because when this game was first announced, all the way back in April during that Switch 2 Direct, we only got a short little teaser for it, and we had no release date for it, besides just 2025. But thank goodness we finally have a month and a date from when we can expect Kirby Air Riders to officially drop on the Switch 2, once again on November 20th. The Kirby Air Riders game is a wild action experience across land, sea, and air that puts you in control of frantic Kirby fun, enhancing and expanding upon Kirby Air Ride, originally released for the Nintendo GameCube system in 2003. This new game will now give players a roster of riders to choose from, each with their own distinct characteristics and abilities. In addition, there are new air ride machines, returning game modes, and new special moves. Kirby Air Riders is fast-paced mayhem from Sora Limited and Bandai Namco Studios. So, there you guys go. That's some of the details that we have for Kirby Air Riders in terms of like what was mentioned, some of the stuff that was mentioned in the Kirby Air Riders Direct and whatnot. I'm just at least glad that we finally have a release date for this game. Like it's saying, the game will be launching on the Switch 2 on November 20th. And you guys already know this is obviously going to be a day one buy for me, and we're going to be doing tons and tons of content on Kirby Air Riders when this game officially does release. So that will make you guys stay tuned for our upcoming coverage on Kirby Air Riders when it officially does release here in about a few months from now. And we're gonna be playing this game a ton, especially with you guys as well, and different streams and whatnot when the game actually does release. And also, we also have some information regarding PAX West 2025, which Nintendo will be there as well at that event. And this is what they had to say about this. Attendees to the upcoming PAX West 2025 event, held in Seattle, Washington, from August 29th to September 1st, will have the opportunity to get a hands-on demo of Kirby Air Riders at the Nintendo booth, number 1923. Please note that the demos require a Warp Pipe Pass reservation. The Warp Pipe Pass registration period begins on August 21st, which is already happening right now, with reservations available on a first-come, first-served basis. Visit the page to register for the reservation thing that Nintendo requires you to do and whatnot. So yeah, if you also do want to play the demo of Kirby Air Riders at PAX West 2025 at Nintendo's booth, make sure you guys once again get a Warp Pipe Pass registration, which is going on right now. So you can actually get your reservation to actually try out a playable demo of Kirby Air Riders if you want to play the game for the very first time ever. So yeah, what do you guys think about all the information that was shared on Kirby Air Riders, especially with the recent direct that we just gotten? And let me know also, what are you guys mostly looking forward to in terms of Kirby Air Riders on the Switch 2? And if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts as always in the comment section down below. And as always, we'll love to hear your thoughts on this once again. But we actually have some more details on Kirby Air Riders that also wasn't shared in the recent direct. Apparently, it looks like Nintendo has just confirmed split-screen multiplayer is officially confirmed for Kirby Air Riders, which it's kind of weird how they didn't really announce this or actually give us official details on this split-screen multiplayer for Kirby Air Riders. But it looks like Nintendo has officially confirmed it, that it is going to be a thing in this game. And so this information, once again, is coming from NintendoEverything.com, and this is the information that we have for this split-screen multiplayer coming to Kirby Air Riders. And so, this is what the article says. Kirby Air Riders has officially confirmed plans for local multiplayer split-screen support. not including the feature, would have been an odd omission. However, some fans were concerned that it wouldn't be a part of the Nintendo Switch 2 game. During this week's Nintendo Direct for the title, split-screen multiplayer for Kirby Air Riders actually wasn't mentioned. Our first look at split screen was posted via a screenshot on social media, which shows 4 players going up against each other, and they also did include the image in the actual article we're reading right now. A small note about this: you can naturally do 2-player split screen as well. When playing like that, you can decide between a vertical or horizontal splitting. Kirby Air Riders will also support other multiplayer options with local wireless play. Up to 8 players can battle against each other. And online multiplayer actually extends things further by increasing the player count to 16. Like other Nintendo Switch 2 games, game chat is supported so that you can connect with your friends via video or voice chat. Kirby Air Riders launches for Nintendo Switch 2 on November 20th, 2025. Tons of details about the game can be found in once again the other article that we just read. So yeah, if you guys were concerned about no split screen multiplayer in Kirby Air Riders, Nintendo has officially clarified that once again, you can do 4-player split screen, only a local wireless. Not really sure how it's going to work online. I would assume it's like, I mean, obviously it's not going to be expecting anything online related for split screen multiplayer. I mean, obviously, but for local multiplayer, good news is that once again, there is going to be split screen multiplayer without the 4 people once again in Kirby Air Riders. And again, I just find it so weird how they literally didn't even mention this during the official Kirby Air Riders Direct. It literally took them this long, up until right now, for them to finally confirm that this feature is going to be coming to the game once again. So, but yeah, pretty good news once again, if you guys were concerned about that. And, but yeah, what do you guys think about split screen multiplayer officially getting confirmed for Kirby Air Riders? And once again, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts as always in the comment section down below. And once again, as always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this once again. And alright, let's move on to our next news item. And actually, these next few news items are related to Gamescom 2025, which is officially taking place right now. Pretty much took place a few days ago, but it's still taking place right now as we speak in Germany. And we do have an official recap of some of the announcements related to the Nintendo Switch 2, with some games that were announced for the Switch 2 during Gamescom Opening Night Live. And the first one is Bumsy 4D. This was the first official game to get announced for the Switch 2 at Gamescom 2025 during Opening Night Live. And I have honestly never played a Bumsy game before, but it seems like Bumsy 4D, this looks like it's going to be another interesting game to come over to the platform once again. And not only this game is going to be coming to the Switch 2, there's also been announced that Bumsy 4D will also be coming to the Switch 1 as well, which is very interesting to bring in this game over to the Switch 1, also with the Switch 2 as well. So, and we do have the official information about this coming once again from NintendoEverything.com, and this is the information that we have for Bumsy 4D coming to the Switch 1 and also the Switch 2. And so, this is what the details say. The Bumsy reminiscence continues, and now it's been announced that Bumsy 4D is coming to both Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. A release window has not yet been provided. Bumsy 4D comes from Fabraz, the developer of Slime Sand and Demon Turf. Bumsy fans can look forward to a 3D platformer with new challenges, new moves, and even more personality. Well, I said personality. Man, that pun they did there, honestly. Join Bumsy on a new intergalactic platforming adventure. Yeah, we couldn't believe it either. The world's most infamous wisecracking Bobcat has returned to 3D with new challenges, new moves, and even more personality in space. Run, jump, glide, and roll across alien planets, battle robotic sheep, and collect tons of yarn. What could possibly go wrong? Bumsy's long-standing enemies, the fleece-obsessed Woolies, have stolen all of the Earth's sheep. Oh well, that ain't Bumsy's problem. Until the sheep overthrow their captors and return as deadly Bobots, empowered by Woolly technology, determined to steal Bumsy's most prized possession, the Golden Fleece. With the help of his motley crew of acquaintances, Bumsy must journey through space to defeat Bobots and take back the Golden Fleece. Luckily, he's acquired some new skills to navigate the expansive craft-themed levels. Bumsy can leap, glide, claw his way up walls, and pounce off enemies. You can also put them into a new hairball form to roll at blistering speeds. Man, this game is like getting very interesting actually with all of this. The team at Fabraz crafted this expressive new moveset to cater to beginners and speedrun enthusiasts alike. Once you master Bubsy's awesome new moves, show off your skills by uploading your best level times to the online leaderboards for other players to race against. And they also go with some like new key features as well. Explore intergalactic crafted theme worlds, each ending in Baba boss battle. New hairball form allows you to roll, bounce, and launch your way around. An expressive platforming moveset supports both beginner and advanced levels of play. Spend yarn to purchase stylish new outfits, or collect a hidden blueprint in each level to unlock new moves and upgrades. Tackle each level's time trial, upload your best run, and race against other players' ghost data. Chat with a cast of familiar friends, including Terry, Virgil, and Oblivia. Positively funky soundtrack by Fat Bard, incorporating elements of jazz, big band, electro swing, and more. And they do got the trailer in the official article for yourself, and also we are playing the trailer for you guys right now on the screen here. So, honestly though, man, some of the puns they're trying to make in this article with the details about Bubsy 4D, but the game does sound pretty cool though. Definitely does look clean and all, and like I said, I never really played a Bubsy game before. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I'm going to be checking this game out. But if you guys are a big Bubsy fan, make sure you guys do stay tuned for more details on Bubsy 4D, especially when the game does release on the Switch 1 and also on the Switch 2 as well. So, what do you guys think about all the details that were mentioned for Bubsy 4D? And let me know if you guys are going to be picking this game up on either the Switch 1 or on the Switch 2. And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts on this once again. And alright, the next announcement that was made during Gamescom 2025, and I know a lot of you are definitely looking forward to this actually, including myself as well. We have some news regarding Sonic Racing Crossworlds. There was a ton of information that was shared for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, not only during Gamescom, but also during, away from Gamescom as well. As Sega has announced the first scene about Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Pac-Man is going to be officially joining Sonic Racing Crossworlds as another guest character coming to the game. And, goodness gracious, I cannot even believe how many guest characters are going to be appearing in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Like I keep saying, this even feels like Sonic's version of Smash Bros. Ultimate a little bit. This is like the Smash Bros. Ultimate of Sonic, honestly, with, just how many characters are, how many guest characters they're into Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And not only that, they've announced that a Sonic-themed level will also be coming to Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which I did not even expect that at all. Literally a Sonic level in the Pac-Man World 2 remake, which we're going to be going over all those details here in this article. Once again, coming from Nintendo Everything.com, and this is the information that we have for the Sonic Racing Crossworlds collab with Pac-Man, and especially with the Sonic level coming to Pac-Man World 2 Repack. And so this is what the article says here. Sonic the Hedgehog and Pac-Man are teaming up with 2 new DLC packs. In Sonic Racing Crossworlds, the game is getting Pac-Man World DLC. And similarly, Sonic DLC is playing for Pac-Man World 2 Repack. We know that in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, players can venture through Pac Village, eat up Pac Nuts, and escape the iconic maze in the Pac-Man Mobile. There will be additional sounds, emotes, and decals as well. For Pac-Man World 2 Repack, a special stage is planned. View a trailer for Sonic Racing Crossworlds and the Pac-Man World 2 Repack DLC, which, once again, we're already playing it right now for you guys. Pac-Man World 2 Repack is getting its DLC in late 2025, and for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, the Pac-Man DLC is coming in early 2026. And there we go, there it is right there for you guys. So yeah, once again, pretty cool stuff. Once again, that we're pretty much getting Pac-Man and Sonic Racing Crossworlds as a playable DLC in next year in 2026, and especially a Sonic level coming to Pac-Man World 2 Repack. When I first saw this, specifically for the Sonic level and Pac-Man World 2 Repack, it never didn't look like anything related to Pac-Man World 2 though. It looked like something like a Sonic mod for well, pretty much a Pac-Man mod for I would assume like it looks like Sonic Generations a little bit, but Yeah, pretty cool stuff once again. And it definitely does make a lot of sense that they're doing this for, especially to coincide with Pac-Man's 40th anniversary as well. Man, Pac-Man is just getting some love this year for his 40th anniversary. First we got the Pac-Man World 2 remake, and now we're getting Pac-Man in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and especially he's getting his very own dedicated Sonic DLC in the World 2 remake once again. Kind of almost reminds me of Sonic Lost World, where, you know, we pretty much got the Zelda and also Yoshi DLC for Sonic Lost World on the Wii U. This is kind of what it's reminding me of, kind of sort of what it's reminding me of a little bit, but pretty cool stuff once again. And then we do stay tuned for the Pac-Man DLC coming to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and the Sonic level coming to Pac-Man World 2 repack as well. So yeah, what do you guys think about this information for the Sonic and Pac-Man collaboration? And again, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And once again, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. But that's not the only piece of Sonic news that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds news that we have. And this one might be a pretty big one for you guys. There is going to be an open beta test for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on other platforms, even including the Switch 1. That's right. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on the Switch 1 is also going to be getting a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds open beta on the Switch 1, which is going to be happening here pretty soon. So if you guys want to check out the game for yourself before the game actually does release in late September, we'll go and get into the information about this here. And some of this information is once again coming from NintendoEverything.com, and it's the information that we have for the open beta coming to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds in the near future. And so this is what the details say about this. Tying in with Gamescom 2025, Sega has announced an open beta for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds across all platforms, including Nintendo Switch 1. It will run starting on August 28th at 9:01 p.m. Pacific Time, which is on August 29th at midnight on the East Coast, lasting until September 1st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific, 8:59 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. In the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds open beta, players will have access to 12 Sonic characters and 16 courses, 9 main courses, and 7 cross worlds. There will also be 42 gadgets to choose from. You'll be able to race against other players worldwide, and Sega is also teasing a couple of surprises. Here are some information about the game. Quote, race across land, sea, air, and space in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Run through travel lanes into new dimensions where something new awaits around every twist and turn. Speed to victory solo or as a team in a variety of offline and online modes and compete against players from around the world. Build the ultimate vehicle to match your racing style. Unlock gadgets to gain the upper hand and unleash power-up items to bring home the win. And they actually do list some of the key details for the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds open beta. So here are some of the key features. Ready, set, warp. Race across 24 tracks and warp to 15 cross worlds with travel lanes. A unique gameplay mechanic that transports the iconic characters from the Sonic and Sega universes into new dimensions. Use unpredictably to your advantage as you change the landscape of each race. Race with the best. Choose from 23 iconic Sonic characters, the largest roster of any Sonic racing game. Make it yours. Mix and match between 45 unique original vehicles and 70 different gadgets to trick out your ride. Level up your cart and create the ultimate machine to match your racing style. Gain the advantage with powerful items. Dominate your opponents with 23 different items, including returning favorites and all new items like the monster truck. Multiple ways to play. Gather with friends and play a local split screen and Grand Prix and the new party mode Race Park. Compete against a community of players from around the world with up to 12 players online in World Match, or test your driving skills in time trials. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds launches for Nintendo Switch 1 on September 25th, 2025, with the Switch 2 version to follow. Catch up on the big DLC news that was just announced a short while ago, and we pretty much just talked about that actually. So yeah, those are all the new key features that we have for this open beta for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Not only will it be on PlayStation and Xbox and all the other platforms this game is releasing on, but also will be coming to the Switch 1 as well, which It's gonna be pretty interesting. This open beta is coming to the Switch 1 as well, because I always do feel like when it comes to open betas for like these third-party games, like in the past for the Switch 1, it feels like they do leave the Switch, Nintendo out of the open betas for some of these third-party games. But it is cool to see that they actually are doing one for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, once again on the Switch 1. And now somebody did ask me on my Discord server if I actually am going to be streaming the open beta for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Honestly, I would like to, but if it's only for the Switch 1, and I said this before, whenever there's a game, like a third-party game that releases on Switch 1, or just any game in general that releases on the Switch 1, I'm never going to be passing on it, and I'm just going to wait for straight up for the Switch 2 version to come out sometime later on this holiday. Me to try out Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Because already in September, it's going to be a pretty packed month for myself personally. Because in September, we got NBA 2K26 releasing here in a couple weeks. And then to follow up that, Pac-Man World 2 Repack is also going to be releasing in September as well. So I'm going to be busy on NBA 2K26 and Pac-Man World 2 Repack pretty much in September. But I still obviously will be picking out Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Don't get me wrong there. I still definitely will be getting this game, but I'm just going to be waiting straight up for the Switch 2 version when it releases later on. But yeah, what do you guys think about this open network test that's going to be happening for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on the Switch 1? And let me know also if you guys are going to be checking this out as well. Which I'd like to remind you guys once again, the open beta will be happening from August 29th at midnight all the way until September 1st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just want to kind of remind you guys about that, about the dates for the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds beta. So yeah, once again, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts as always in the comment section down below. And once again, I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. But anyways, let's move on now to our next news item for the stream, and back talking about some of the Gamescom 2025 announcements. And this one actually was another interesting one. And this game also will be coming to the Switch 2 sometime in 2026. And that is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has been announced also for the Switch 2. It will be releasing sometime in 2026. And the game is definitely looking very good for what we saw from the for the reveal trailer for this game. I never played a Lego Batman game before, but maybe possibly when this game does release on the Switch 2, I possibly might check this out actually, because this new Lego Batman game actually does look very, very interesting now. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the information and the overall details for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which once again will be releasing not only for the Switch 2 but also other platforms, like he's saying, sometime in 2026. And so this information is coming from NintendoEverything.com, and this is the information that we have for this game. And this is what the article says here. Warner Bros. Has just revealed Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. The title arrives in 2026, and it's now playable at Gamescom this week. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is the first Lego release from the developer TT Games since the Skywalker Saga in 2022. Man, it's been that long though, that's crazy. Players can explore the open world by grappling, gliding over streets, or cruising around in the Batmobile. There will be playable partner characters like Jim Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, and Batgirl with their own gear. Villains include Joker, Penguin, Bane, and more. Hope I pronounced that one name right. Here's the official overview. Quote, the adventure begins with the origins of Batman as a young Bruce Wayne trains with the League of Shadows. And throughout the story-led campaign, players will be able to build a family of allies with well-known characters, including Jim Gordon, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul to help confront an ever-growing threat from a rogues gallery of DC supervillains, facing the likes of the Joker, the Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, Bane, and more. And the article continues on here. With the dynamic new Lego Batman combat system that encapsulates the Cape Crusader's distinctive fighting style, every hit packs a punch with fluid attack chains, counters, and over-the-top takedowns. Whether playing as Batman solo or in the new two-player local cooperative mode, players can use iconic bat gadgets such as batarangs to distract or stun enemies, and the Batclaw to reel them in. Partner characters have their own signature gear, including Jim Gordon's foam sprayer, Robin's line launcher, and Catwoman's whip, providing a variety of options to approach every enemy encounter and boss battle. For those looking for a tougher playthrough, LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight goes beyond the familiar LEGO game experience with the new Cape Crusader enhanced difficulty setting and an even more challenging Dark Knight difficulty level. The game takes place against the backdrop of Gotham City, an open-world LEGO playground full of crimes to stop, puzzles to solve, rewards to collect, and surprises to discover around every corner, down every alleyway or alleyway, and on every rooftop. Players can grapple, glide, or dive through the environment, zipping from building to building with Batman's grapple launcher, soaring over the city with the Batglider, or cruising around in style with a range of Batmobiles and Batcycles. The Batcave can also be customized to display vehicles, trophies, and collectibles, plus an assortment of wearable Batsuits based on past Batman-related media. So yeah, that's all the details for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which once again will be releasing not only on other platforms, but also including the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. So yeah, what do you guys think about all the details that was mentioned for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight? Once again will be releasing in 2026 for the Switch 2. Like I said before, I think I might possibly check this game out. I barely played any of the LEGO games in the past, but there was only a couple that I actually did play. It was a LEGO Movie 1 on the Wii U, and I also played a little bit of the Star Wars Skywalker Saga when that game released on the Switch 1. Those two games were actually pretty dope though. So, and I obviously never played a LEGO Batman game before, but might possibly check this one out actually, because again, like I said, this one actually does look pretty interesting now, and like I said before, I might actually possibly check this out in the near future. But let me know if you guys are going to be picking this game up when it releases sometime in 2026. Pretty much on the Switch 2, or whatever platform you guys plan on picking this game up on. And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, we'll love to hear your thoughts on this once again. And alright, our next news item that we have, and once again, this is like blew me away when I first heard about this actually, which I did not even know this was announced during Gamescom. But when I first heard about this, I was immediately blown away though, when I first found out about this. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, an exclusive game that originated from the Xbox, has officially been announced to be getting a Nintendo Switch 2 version sometime once again in 2026. Which when I first saw this, I thought it was actually fake news, and like someone actually did like a Photoshop like sort of image on this actually or something. But no, this was officially confirmed for Bethesda, and seriously still blows me away how Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is going to be making its way to the Switch 2 once again. And this information is once again coming from NintendoEverything.com, and this is the information that we have for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle making its way to the Switch 2. And especially making it the first ever Xbox-related game, or Xbox published game, to be making its way to the Switch 2 as well. And so, this is what the article says here. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is making its way to Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox just announced. The port will be available in 2026. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, developed by Machine Games, originally launched at the very end of last year. In the first-person adventure title, sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them, Indiana Jones. Plenty of additional details can be found in the following overview trailer, and this is what it pretty much says here. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they mentioned here, but we're not really going to go over every single piece of information for the sake of time here. But we will read a little bit about this actually. So the article continues on here. Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person, single-player adventure set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them, Indiana Jones. You'll likely become the legendary archaeologist in a cinematic action-adventure game from Machine Games, the award-winning studio behind the recent Wolfenstein series, and executive produced by Hall of Fame game designer Todd Howard. So, once again, pretty great news and pretty big how Indiana Jones and the Great Circle the first ever Xbox published game is going to be making its way to the Switch 2 once again. Which, I mean, we've heard about this already before from Phil Spencer, how Microsoft and Xbox are going to are definitely going to be supporting the Switch 2. And it really is good to see that they're finally starting to see some Xbox related games making their way to the Switch 2 as well. Especially with the first one being Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Now the question is now, how is this game going to run on the Switch 2? We obviously really don't know because we don't have official gameplay or any screen. Well, I mean, we technically do have screenshots on the Switch 2 eShop because there is an eShop listing right now on the Switch 2 for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Well, the screenshots on there kind of do look like they're coming from the Switch 2 version, but we obviously don't know what the resolution and most importantly what the frame rate's going to be for this version of the game. But I bet we will find out about it in the near future as well, whenever that does happen. So yeah, what do you guys think about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, the first ever Xbox game coming to the Switch 2, which once again will be releasing sometime in 2026. So maybe I might find out more about the Switch 2 version and maybe get a date for it. Like maybe they're like a Nintendo Direct sometime in maybe sometime this year. Like if there's another partner showcase, or maybe most likely sometime in 2026, whenever Nintendo does hold another Nintendo Direct, or maybe possibly another partner showcase. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about what do you guys think about this, and yeah, in the comment section down below. And once again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But speaking of that, now that this game has been announced for the Switch 2, there was a brand new rumor, once again coming from the one and only Nate the Hate, one of the most, if not the most, credible leaker when it comes to Nintendo news. He's been like really spot on with a lot of stuff lately when it comes to the Switch 2, especially with Nintendo as well. He is now reporting that Starfield could be making its way to the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, sometime in 2026, just like for Indiana Jones that was just announced. And once again, we do take this at a huge truckload of salt because we have absolutely no idea if this actually is gonna if Starfield will be making its way to the Switch 2 in 2026. That is if the rumor does happen. But we don't know. When Nate the Hate says something like this, it might most likely happen, like 100% for sure. But once again, this information is coming from NintendoEverything.com, and this is what Nate the Hate had to say about this new rumor about Starfield possibly making its way to the Switch 2 in 2026. And this is what the article says here. According to a report from Nate Drake, also known as Nate the Hate, Xbox will be bringing Starfield to Nintendo Switch 2. It's claimed that the port is being readied for 2026. Nate the Hate was previously on the money when it came to the timing of the initial Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. Also claimed was that Square Enix was planning Final Fantasy VII Remake for the system. Wait, did the video freeze here? Wait, what's going on here? I think the video might have froze there, possibly. Okay, there we go. All right. But anyways, back to the article. Back to the article here. Also claimed that Square Enix was planning Final Fantasy VII Remake for the system, which was later confirmed. And the article continues on here. Xbox just announced its first Nintendo Switch 2 game this week. We also, as we now know, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is lined up for 2026. As for Starfield, it hasn't left Xbox and PC since the original release in 2023. The action RPG was directed by Todd Howard, who was known for his work on the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. For now, Starfield on Nintendo Switch 2 is only a rumor. If an official announcement is made in the future, we'll be sure to let you know. But let us know if you'd be interested in the port in the comments below in the actual article. But yeah, it would be pretty interesting if Starfield actually does make its way to the Switch 2. That is if this rumor about Starfield possibly coming to the Switch 2 in 2026 officially happens. Which obviously we know it, and especially as we now saw with Indiana Jones making its way to the Switch 2. I know there will be a lot more Xbox games coming to the Switch 2, not only in 2026, but during the whole entire life cycle of the Switch 2. So, we definitely will have to see if Starfield actually does make its way to the Switch 2 in 2026. But right now, like I said, this is so far just a rumor. So, like I keep saying, when it comes to rumors and leaks, we do take them with a huge truckload of salt, because once again we have absolutely no idea if this actually will happen in the near future. But we'll definitely have to see about that. So yeah, what do you guys think about this brand new rumor about Starfield possibly coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026 from what Nate the Hate is pretty much reporting on? And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And absolutely would love to hear your thoughts on this. And let me know if you guys think that if Starfield does actually deserve to come to the Switch 2. Once again, the rumor actually does end up happening. But alright, the next news item, and for so many people out there, this is pretty much probably the big highlight for this week in terms of the gaming news. Hollow Knight Silksong, the official release date, the world rejoice. The release date for Hollow Knight Silksong has finally been revealed. And if you guys want to know when Hollow Knight Silksong will be officially releasing on all platforms, including the Switch 2, which you do have another news item related to the Switch 2 version of Hollow Knight Silksong. But if you guys want to know when the game is releasing, the game will be releasing on September 4th, 2025. So pretty much in 2 weeks, you'll be able to finally, at last, after so many years of clamoring for new details and gameplay for Hollow Knight Silksong, it is now finally time to finally get your hands on Hollow Knight Silksong when the game releases here in about a couple weeks. And so this information is coming from NintendoEverything.com once again. And this is the information that we have for the release date for Hollow Knight Silksong. And this is what the article says here. After a very long wait, Hollow Knight Silksong finally received its release date. Team Cherry just revealed that it's due out on September 4th, 2025. Hollow Knight Silksong has had an interesting development history, to say the least. Originally, it was planned as DLC for the series' first entry before it was turned into its own game. Hollow Knight Silksong actually had a big spotlight for Nintendo at E3 2019, with quite a bit of gameplay shown. No one could have expected it that it would take more than 6 years from that point until launch. Thankfully, the long wait is coming to an end. And, honestly though, I can't believe this game has been in development for over 6 years. Like, literally was shown off during Nintendo's E3 2019 conference, which RIP E3. I completely forgot. It was, like, I don't know if it was first announced during Nintendo's E3 2019, but still absolutely insane how it was announced that long ago. And literally told Team Cherry, up until right now, to finally announce and reveal the release date for Hollow Knight Silksong. Once again, releasing September 4th, 2025. I believe that's probably the same day that NBA 2K comes out, actually. With this, man, September is going to be a pretty packed month for definitely for the Switch 2. We got NBA 2K26, we got Hollow Knight Silksong, we got Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and then we have Pac-Man World 2 Repack as well. Man, September is going to be a pretty packed month for gaming, especially for not only for the Switch 1, but also definitely for the Switch 2 as well. So yeah, what do you guys think about the release date for Hollow Knight Silksong now that it's finally been announced for September 4th, 2025? And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts as always in the comment section down below. And once again, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. But we do have another news item related to Hollow Knight Silksong. And this is being reported thanks to a playable demo of Hollow Knight Silksong at Gamescom, but pretty much specifically for the Switch 2 version. And this is absolutely insane now, but definitely it should not be a surprise because we already know that the Switch 2 is capable of having going up to 120 FPS in handheld mode. But it looks like it has been announced, or has pretty much discovered, that Hollow Knight Silksong on the Switch 2, when you're playing in TV mode, has allows up to, for a higher frame rate mode for displays that support 120 hertz actually. Which I'm not really sure if that means that you'll be able to play Hollow Knight Silksong on the Switch 2 at 120 FPS, but it is actually pretty crazy that the Switch 2 version of Hollow Knight Silksong can be supported up to 120 FPS, which I know it looks like it might be also compatible in TV mode with displays that go support up to 120 hertz, but also then in handheld mode. You won't be able to play the Switch 2 version of Hollow Knight Silksong at, once again, 120 FPS once again. Which, man, that is definitely a huge win for a lot of people that have been waiting for Hollow Knight Silksong as well. For the game to run at 120 FPS, actually. Which I know the game is going to be... I know the game is going to be looking very, very clean on the Switch 2 once again. So yeah, what do you guys think about Hollow Knight Silksong on the Switch 2? Being supported for up to 120 frames per second, or on 120 hertz displays once again. And if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts once again in the comment section down below. And as always, would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this once again. But alright, let's move on now to our next news item. And thankfully we're finally done with all the Gamescom 2025 announcements. But the next news item is Chibi Robo has officially just been announced as the next game to get added to the GameCube NSO service on the Switch 2. And, yeah, pretty cool. Another pretty cool addition once again. I mean, honestly, we've already known that Chibi Robo was going to be making its way to the GameCube NSO service. But now it looks like this one's pretty much the next game to get added to the GameCube NSO service. Specifically only for the Switch 2 once again. Which, you can pretty much play it. It's actually available right now as of the time of recording this, actually. So, if you guys have a Switch 2, and if you guys are a subscriber to the NSO expansion pack, which, to let you guys know, you gotta be a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack member and download the GameCube NSO service, specifically on the Switch 2, if you do want to check out Chibi Robo on the GameCube NSO service. Now, honestly, I've never played the original Chibi Robo before, obviously. I've only played a slight little bit of Chibi Robo Ziplash on the 3DS, which, I mean, it was a pretty dope game, though, but unfortunately, I only played a little bit of it, but never went back to it since. So, who knows, maybe sometime in the future, I think I might actually try out this game and maybe do a full playthrough of the original Chibi Robo on the GameCube NSO service. And then it does depend, honestly, because I still got a lot more games to actually go through on my Switch 2 backlog. So yeah, what do you guys think about Chibi Robo? That was pretty much announced as the next game to get added to the GameCube NSO service on the Switch 2. And yeah, let me know your thoughts about what do you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And once again, I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. And alright guys, the next news item that we have once again, and a brand new Pokemon was just announced and revealed for Pokemon Legends ZA. And that one is Mega Victory Bell. So Pokemon Company has just announced that Mega Victory Bell will be the next brand new Pokemon to get added to Pokemon Legends ZA, which there was also a video that was also like a CGI looking video that pretty much just revealed well, pretty much showing off Mega Victory Bell for the very first time ever in Pokemon Legends ZA. And goodness gracious, actually looking at this scene right now, this scene definitely does look pretty weird though. Like look at him now. Look at how weird he looks though. Big and fat that he looks and whatnot. No, obviously I really didn't see the actual overall CGI trailer that they had for Mega Victory Bell and whatnot. But what I pretty much saw for glimpses of screenshots and all, it is pretty interesting how Pokemon Company decided to reveal Mega Victory Bell, almost like a horror sort of thing a little bit. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about this. Pokemon Company has just revealed Mega Victory Bell, the next brand new Pokemon to get revealed for Pokemon Legends ZA. So yeah, what do you guys think about Mega Victory Bell getting a reveal for Pokemon Legends ZA? And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And once again, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. And alright guys, we had 200 news items for the stream, but we're kind of running short on time, so we got one more news item to share for this episode of Nintendo News Roundup. And this one, once again, is more pretty big news for a lot of people that have been waiting for this game as well. And that is specifically for Metroid Prime 4 for not only the Switch 1, but also for the Nintendo Switch 2 as well, which I know obviously the Switch 2 version is a version of Metroid Prime 4 that I know personally myself we definitely do care for. But Metroid Prime 4 has now officially been rated by the ESRB, which, and then it does look like, since now Metroid Prime 4 has it rated by the ESRB, and then it does look like, once again, this game could be getting announced pretty soon with the release date a lot sooner rather than later once again. So it's now been reported that Metroid Prime 4 has now been rated by the ESRB and has given a rating for a teen rating for the inclusion of animated blood and violence. So yeah, that's pretty much the rating for Metroid Prime 4. Which it's definitely not a surprise that Metroid Prime 4 got a teen rating once again, because we've seen the other Metroid Prime games get teen ratings before, and definitely not too much of a huge surprise for Metroid Prime 4 getting a teen rating once again. So, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get the official release date for Metroid Prime 4 pretty soon here, because just like Hollow Knight Silksong it has been such a long time since we haven't gotten an official release date for Metroid Prime 4. We know the game is due out sometime in 2025, but obviously Nintendo has ever run out of time for Metroid Prime 4 with the release date for it, because we're about ready to get into September, and we're already almost halfway done with 2025. So Nintendo better hurry up with the release date for Metroid Prime 4, for also the Switch 2 as well. So yeah, what do you guys think about this new rating for Metroid Prime 4? And do you guys think we're gonna get the official release date here pretty soon? And of course, if you guys have any thoughts about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And once again, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about this once again. So, alright guys, so those are all the new news items that we have for this episode of Nintendo News Roundup. Like I said, we had some other news items here, but like I said, for the sake of time, because we're running short on time, I didn't really get to talk about them actually. But overall with that, I think that's going to go and do it for today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup as well. So, what do you guys think about all the stuff? Overall, what do you guys think about all the news topics that we discussed in today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup? And if you guys have any more thoughts, keep letting me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And we'd still love to hear your thoughts about all the stuff we talked about during today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup overall. So, but with that, that's overall going to do it for today's episode of the show once again. So, for anybody that came by for the stream, thanks everybody for tuning into the stream. And this is not the only one we got for. This is not the only one that we have here. In about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm gonna be signing off for this stream. But stay tuned in about 5 or 10 minutes, because I'm gonna be coming back to do the next episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza. So I would highly recommend you guys do stay tuned for that. For the next stream, we're gonna be doing right as soon as I wrap up this one, in about 5 or 10 minutes. Come back when we do the next episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza once again. But until then, if you guys enjoyed today's episode of Nintendo News Roundup and want to keep up to date on more upcoming episodes of the show in the future, make sure you guys, as always, give the stream a thumbs up on your way out. And definitely make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you guys turn on the notification bell as well. Tonight I'm sending more upcoming episodes of Nintendo News Roundup every single Friday, but also keep up to date on more upcoming Nintendo and Nintendo Switch 2 content next to me in the near future. But with that, that's going to do it for me here for your boy Nintendo Logan, and I'm going to be signing off with the stream, and I will see you guys here in about a few minutes for the next episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza. And definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for this. Stay tuned for it as well. So yeah, peace out. Love you guys. God bless. Have a great day. Watching One-Ups. Be blessed. And we'll see you guys here in a few minutes for the next episode of DK Bonanza. So we'll see you guys then, and may God bless you. And see you in a few minutes. What's up, Joy-Con gang? I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys want to stay up to date on more upcoming videos in the near future on the channel, make sure you guys click that subscribe button to be a part of our amazing Joy-Con gang community. Plus, also, be sure to enable that notification bell to all to be notified and not miss a single new upload on this channel every single week. And if you all also want to stay up to date on more upcoming events from this channel, and even see some exclusive behind the scenes stuff as well, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at NintendoLoganYT for exclusive posts you will not see anywhere else on this channel in the future, from posting my amiibos or whatever kind of stuff you guys want to see on my Instagram, and especially in the near future, maybe do some live Instagram hangouts with you guys as well. And lastly, if you all enjoy all the moments that we have on the channel as well, make sure you guys consider checking out our Nintendo Logan Glitch channel as well, which is pretty much our second YouTube channel, when we upload new clips on there every Monday and Wednesday, where you can check out all of our past funny and epic moments that I bet you guys will definitely enjoy for sure there, because we got a lot of funny clips on there once again. And of course, if you guys do none of that, as I always say, one person very in particular is going to be saying, what's wrong with you if you guys don't do none of that? And that's pretty much right to fees me. He's going to be telling you what's wrong with you until you do all the stuff you guys see on the right side of me here, and I do promise you guys that. So, alright, but anyways guys, so that's going to do it for your boy Nintendo Logan here for this video, and I'm going to be signing off for this video once again. So I will see you guys in the next video, and peace out, and love you guys, God bless, and have a great day everybody. Peace out, Joy-Con gang.